And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to begin by introducing to you Rich Satgast. Rich is our state auditor, and Rich is a pro-life friend at the Capitol, always has been, always will be. And it's an honor to have him in the house today. Please welcome Rich Satgast.
Thank you so much, Dale, for inviting me. It is a pleasure to be here. I just want to show my appreciation to all of you for the work that you do. You know, when you take a look at this and it says defending human life from conception to natural death, I mean, that's not just words. You take a look at the legislation that South Dakota Right to Life has brought. You have been a voice for the voiceless, not only for the unborn, but for those people who have been enslaved and trafficked. I know that Right to Life has supported bills to strengthen the laws on trafficked children. You have been a voice for those folks who don't have a voice due to mental illness or things like that. And then you've also been a voice for our elderly, making sure that they are not just disposed of like some people would like to do. In addition to that, I appreciate all of the education you do. You have raised awareness over the decades, and now with popular opinion, they're not the silent majority anymore. They're becoming more and more vocal, and it's because of the work that you have done. The teen engagement you have done. My stepson is so engaged that he wishes he could be here, but he was in a football game last night and unable to make it today. But he wants to get more and more engaged, and so I appreciate the engagement that you have done with the youth. And then finally, the work that you've done to get those folks who are policymakers, get them informed on what's going on. And then because of the numbers you have, you've given them the backbone to actually stand up and do the job that they can do, because they know that they're not standing up there by themselves, but they have all of you as well. So I appreciate all the work that you have done for life throughout its longevity. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Rich. Folks, we have three PUCs, Public Utility Commissioners in the state of South Dakota. We have two of them here today. Public Utility Commissioner Gary Hansen wishes he could be here today, but other obligations have keeping him from being here. But Christy Fegan is a friend of the pro-life movement. Last year in Rapid City, when we held our Roe v. Wade memorial service, we thought, who better to come and share than this lady? She's got a heart for the issue, a heart for the safety of human life. Please welcome Christy Fegan.
Welcome to my neighborhood. So I live 3/4 of a mile northwest of here, and my children actually attended elementary school when we had a Christian school here, so welcome. I was a legislator in District 11, and I see my senator back there that I can call anytime, Jim Seltzer. But this is my neighborhood. But sometimes God makes a wake-up call. So my husband and I have lived here over 28 years. We have went for many walks. And we would walk and see the businesses being built in our neighborhood, couldn't wait to see which business was going to be next. But then the sign went up, and it was Planned Parenthood. God had a wake-up call. And he said, you need to pray. You need to pray for the unborn. And then my family loves to make cookies. And so my son that was 15 years ago that was, he made cookies. It was about 4 houses down, brand new family to the neighborhood. He and I went down there. He rang the doorbell and brought cookies because we love to welcome people to our neighborhood. And the person behind the door answered the door, and it was the executive director of Planned Parenthood. God had a wake-up call again and reminded me to pray. Pray for the unborn, but really pray for the people that can move their lives. And maybe it will be one of those movies like Unplanned. So today it is a great pleasure to bring cookies to the executive director of Right to Life, a very good friend of mine, Dale Borchard. Welcome to the neighborhood. Oh, and you can't eat those here. I'll take them back.
Thank you, Christy. She's just a joy to be around. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Nelson. I first met Chris Nelson when he served the state of South Dakota as our Secretary of State. Chris is honest beyond his years. Chris is committed to the issue of life. He is a partner with you, with South Dakota Right to Life. Please welcome Chris Nelson.
Thank you, Dale. One of the most insightful books that I have ever read is Grit by Angela Duckworth. And when I think of South Dakota Right to Life, grit is what I think of. For 50 years, you have come from different faiths, different denominations, different places in this state, different generations. And you've come together with one heart and one mission. For 50 years, you've done the work, you've put in the time, you've given of your treasure, you've petitioned the courthouses, you've lobbied in the state houses, you've prayed, you've come alongside women in need, you've helped raise babies that have been born alive, and you've prayed some more. And I know that you will not quit until abortion is eradicated in the state of South Dakota. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the definition of grit. And I just want to say to you, it's a privilege to associate with you, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Chris. Let's give it up for our three officials here today.